Okay, we are officially live. So I am Sandy.
And I am Chloe, and welcome to WordStitch.
Hello. We've already got some people here with us, so thanks for being here if you are joining us.
We're so popular today. Why are we so popular today? I mean, that's awesome that we're so popular today, but why are we so popular today?
Maybe like everybody needs to be productive at the end of June. Like it's oh my gosh, it's the last week kind of thing.
Fair. It could be a lot of people who are like, oh my God, I have not reached my goals. That's really awesome if that's actually what's happening though, because I know that like if it's the end of the month and I haven't reached my goals, I'm like, screwed up that month. I keep on also my monthly calendar board right now is still on February. And like I want to blame COVID for it, but not.
Nita Ricker says we got a bunch of references from earlier streams. That's awesome. So if you're an earlier stream, then we really appreciate that.
Yeah. I wonder who that was because I'm not home Monday mornings to know who all is streaming that. But thank you.
Well, we were on Natalia Baffia's. I was on Natalia Baffia's stream this morning. So
we were right.
But it was way earlier in the morning. So if you're back from that, awesome. If you haven't seen it, her channel, I think, is called Writer Block Party. Natalia, feel free to post a link or like send one to me and I'll try to get it into the comments. I don't know if that page is set up. It was like a first time kind of thing. Chloe, what are you working on today?
So I just finished my second edit on my next project. A Halloween angel for Hazel. So at this point is when I take it out of Scrivener and put it into Microsoft Word for the copy editing. So that was developmental editing. And now for copy editing, I have moved it to Word, which means I now have to go through and like put headings and all of that crap in. So I'm just going to be going through and doing that because I like to do that before I do any edits. And then I will actually be watching another stream in the middle of this stream. For our half-hour break, 20 Books to 50K is doing a stream on Amazon ads. And Sandy and I are both at a point in our careers where we need to like stop fussing with the writing. We know how to write. We need to sell these damn things. So yeah. I'm actually going to be doing a different kind of work today. It feels weird like watching another stream in the middle of mine, but maybe in our final 15-minute break, I'll have some like little extra tidbits for you guys about Amazon marketing.
Yeah, no, that's a really good, actually, you know what? I might watch too. And I think we should talk about advertising and like what we have failed at so
bit of knowledge that we have. Things I've already
here. We just had Haley and Stephanie and Jess join us. Hey guys. Oh, that was a bad one. That was supposed to be hi Jess in the comments. And Haley, I think I may have spelled your name wrong. If I did, you should let me know. Because I hate spelling people's names wrong. It makes me feel guilty.
She doesn't go by Haley anymore.
What? Yeah, but it doesn't feel like, I feel like we should. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get writing though.
Time. It is 5 after the hour. So I forgot to like throw all of my stuff up, but it's okay. My timer is actually set. There we go. Ooh, that looks weird today. I bet I have a setting wrong and I'm going to have to change things. There we go. Okay. So we are going to write for the, oh my God, I messed up my share screen, but we're going to write for the next 10 minutes. My timer is going to go off the screen and then it's going to come back on the screen and just accept all that's happening, because if I don't do that, then you're going to see me like actually working on my project here. So we're going to write until quarter after. Good luck, everybody.
Okay, we are back. I always feel like significantly more settled after that first word sprint.
When you first transfer, or what's the right term? What the hell is the word that they use in Scrivener? It's not collate, is it? It is compile.
Yeah.
Here we go. When you first compile it and you open it in Word and it's just covered with the blue line of irritation, and you're like, oh, I screwed everything up. And then you're like, no, actually, Word has no idea what grammar is. I'm dealing with that. But like the problem is that like sometimes Word does know about grammar, and it absolutely catches things that like I had a homophone in there and some words that I thought were two words but were actually one, and some words that I thought was one word but actually two. So like it is useful to have the blue line of irritation on there, but also it's irritating.
I would be in so much trouble without Grammarly, actually, which catches even more than Word does. Like that, it's
yeah.
Especially with homophones. That is not usually your problem. That's usually my problem. I'm the
one.
No,
this was a weird one. This was I put in clambering instead of clamoring.
Yeah, see, I would not know.
Yeah.
I spelling is a numb, I think, guys. It's
spelling I'm normally good at, and it was just one of those random. I'm sure I was in like a word sprint or something, and both of those words are so that like it just didn't even register in my brain when I read it the last few times. So yeah.
But you can get away with Word, and that is actually very impressive. Like not to have
you mean as opposed to using Grammarly.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't have to go that sophisticated.
I mean, if this is the one thing I get with my college degree, I guess it's okay.
Law degree. Why didn't that get me that?
I thought, what is your minor in? Or your bachelor's in? I don't know why I've never asked you this before, but
it was dual. I did economics and I did international relations.
Oh, well, so you didn't do, like a lot of the lawyers that I know have English degrees or English adjacent bachelors, and that's it. You had actual like practical ones.
I mean, we can.
I come from the perspective that I would love to have an economics degree right now, so I could go back to college. If I could have your economics degree,
I'd trade you. Yeah, I would totally take your degrees. I would do that. I got 100.
Yeah, you can have the physics too. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 140 words there. I hope that if you guys are with us, you got some words. I see Haley got 248. Bookish got 157, to be exact. Nita 145. Valley 259. Wow, you guys are kicking my butt. Being really productive. Nice work. Just got 250. Look at all this writing going on there. And Chloe is not counting words right now. So
real quick clarification for you, Sandy. It was me. I accidentally shared screen instead of shared app. So I dropped the timer screen because I had to switch to the app.
That never happens.
Yeah, normally I'm more subtle when it happens, and I didn't catch it until it was too late. And I was like, why is all this other stuff on the screen? Oh, because I'm an idiot. Also, when you read this, if you want to call me out on where my chapters are, I feel like some of them were weird, but like I just don't care right now. So if you have a point where you're like, this was a real dumb place to start a chapter, or like you really should have started a chapter right here, please tell me.
I'm so excited to read the Hazel book. So excited. I know you have to
do it. You're going to be my litmus for whether I screwed up or not. For the viewers, normally I'm pretty good at knowing if like my story is where it's supposed to be, but this one is setting up another story, and kind of like half the plot is actually the beginning of the next story. So nothing really gets finished in this one except for the romance arc. So I'm a little stressed about like if this thing actually works or not, and it's on a deadline.
It's going to be totally fine. So
it's going to be hilarious if nothing else.
So we said we talk a little bit about advertising today, right? Because we are. So Chloe,
Yeah.
how many books have you published so far? What's your count up to?
7.
7.
I just
And
had to do this count today, and that's the only reason I had that number so quickly on my head. But technically, I have 7 published novels. I've got 2 in this series, 3 in Third Shift, and then my 2 standalones.
and okay, so I have 10, but multiple of those are novellas. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think like 7 of them are novellas. So
Yeah.
Book just asked if anybody writes shorts. I don't write shorts, but I do write novellas. And I yeah. So okay, but so we've got a decent amount of stuff. Mine's
Oh, no,
all,
but what she was asking, I don't know if you really paid attention
okay.
to that, though. Is she
Did
was
I miss
looking for shorts for their own stories. And I absolutely
it?
will do that. And you do that.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
totally
absolutely
write
what
my own
you're
fan
doing right
fiction.
now. She was totally lying to you. That's absolutely what all of her
Yeah,
novellas are, except for the romance
yeah.
series.
Okay, yes, yes. I totally did not understand. Well, they're not. They're not a like if AU is alternative universe. I don't think I do that. I think I'm in the same universe, but yeah, I definitely write my own fan fiction.
Yeah.
It's a little embarrassing.
I would like to one day have the time to do that, but unfortunately, I still am full-time employed and trying to churn out like 7 books in the last year and a half is what I did. So,
and you're efficient.
um,
Like my stuff
yeah,
happens because I'm inefficient, not because I'm just like playing
yeah,
around. It's like, oh, I think this scene would be really good, and then it turns into like some little random thing that I cannot use. Just
yeah.
dead in the water.
If I ever
Um,
like broke my leg and was just on like medical leave for a month, but still like mostly functional. Yeah, I feel like I would absolutely be doing that.
so okay, so my books are under 3 names. So I think Chloe is probably further ahead of me in terms of where like advertising goes. But the point of the count was that like we're both like where we've started to feel like we've written enough that maybe we should attempt to like sell our books. Not just
Yeah.
like put them on Amazon, but actually sell them to people who would buy them.
Yes, outside of family members. Full disclosure, though, I write smut, so I absolutely do not sell my books to family members. I guess if my family members read smut, it would work, but they don't.
Yeah.
My mother is currently mailing me the sequel to Handmaid's Tale, even though I told her I can get it from the library on my phone.
Oh, that's super cute though.
It is. She's swung super left with everything that's going on right now, as she does. So now she's very feminist in Black Lives Matter.
That is very good. So, okay, so we're about to head into like another writing sprint, but one of the things I think we both struggle with is like, what do you do to market your books? And we can talk at the next break about what we have both tried and what has kind of sort of worked. If you have ideas, feel free to think about those, and we'll ask for them at the next thing. But it's almost 4:25. We should be productive today. Let's be
Yeah.
productive.
Yeah, because they're kind of talking about something that we don't really know anything about because of where we are. Like, that's not like saying that we're going to be completely useless to y'all, but like we're kind of talking about where we are on our journey right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm setting this up here. I've got
to wait for the next 25 minutes. And so that is going to take us to 10 of the hour. Good luck, everybody. Get those words in.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay. That was like, I need a calculator.
How'd you guys do at home while Sandy's doing math? I finished what I was working on, but Sandy had to grammar help me for a second. But my instincts were right, as per usual.
That was like 392 words, which is really not that impressive for a 25-minute, but
You are kind of editing, or what are you doing? You told me, and then I got confused. Not confused, but I didn't think there was actual words happening, so now I am confused.
Yeah, I mean, I have a massive amount of stuff written for this particular book, but it's all like a romance plot, and I need like 2 other plots. So I still have a book-sized thing to write, and then I gotta, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so you are crafting.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is, I feel like I need to start with a new character this time. Like I need a fresh voice. So it's like a little bit difficult because I've never actually written anything from this character's perspective. You know, like I don't know how she sounds. It's weird. But so you finished editing. I got some words done. Yeah. Let us know how you did if you're with us. But in the meanwhile, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, so I finished editing and I had like 5 minutes left, and I just got home from work right before we went live. So I went to the news sites, as is my usual thing. And I saw this article. This could help somebody listening right now. I saw this article about this group of teens who found a dead body doing this thing called rando nodding, like astronaut, but rando nodding, where it is this app that generates, like, it's like a random number generator that gives you coordinates of a place nearby you for you to go visit, or what have you. And they were doing this, and they found a briefcase or a suitcase of dead body. So it was a real interesting little like way to have people discover a dead body if you need that in one of your stories. Also, I had some flashbacks to people dying from Pokemon Go. So I don't actually know if this is a smart thing to do, but it is a thing that is being done by TikTokers.
Yeah. Oh God. That's a real thing. Don't if
as a bookish obsession just said, it sounds dangerous. Yes, so, very much so. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm saying it might help your plot along if you need teenagers to discover a dead body and you don't know why they would be in this random spot. Random spot.
Looks like we've got a lot of folks getting some good work done here. So good work, everyone. Don't die the way that Chloe is talking about in real life. Yeah.
This is a terrible place to keep dead bodies. We keep learning this over and over and over again. That is not how to dispose of a dead body. Scientifically speaking, pig farm.
What?
Pig farm.
That's scientific.
If you live anywhere near a pig farm, pigs will eat a body. Like, this comes up in a lot of movies, but it's absolutely true. Pigs will eat anything, including humans, and they do it very efficiently.
Oh,
yeah.
I always thought if you were gonna do something like get rid of a body, you would need to do you'd need to go deep sea fishing. Like that would be
no, because that body's still there. You know, these people tried to throw these suitcases into the ocean and they floated right back to shore.
It's a good thing I don't try to kill
people. That's how Anne-Marie Fahey was found. They dumped her in a cooler. I'm sorry, I'm from Delaware. If none of you know who Anne-Marie Fahey is, this is thing that the governor's brother of eons past might have killed this girl. It was like his assistant. And they put her body in a cooler and dumped her out into the middle of the ocean because this is Delaware and the ocean is right next to us. Not me now because I'm in Atlanta now, but when I lived in Delaware. So they put her in a cooler and threw her overboard, and coolers float.
Oh, God, that was so stupid.
Yeah, it was so stupid. I feel like if I remember correctly, this is something that's like 20 years ago. I literally have the Anne Rule book sitting over there about it. That's how well publicized it was. Anne Rule wrote about it. But I believe, this is so dumb, I believe they shot it up like with bullets, not drugs. I don't know. I said it and then I was like, that didn't sound right. But they shot the cooler a bunch of times with like a rifle or whatever, thinking that would make it sink, which of course it's not even a little bit how it works.
So are you looking at the comments? Because everybody here apparently knows how to kill people with pig farms and also have like other ways to do it, which is impressive and creepy.
We're writers, Sandy. We are authors. This is what authors do. We dispose of bodies. We write about it.
So, Chloe, what have you done that's worked for you in terms of advertising?
This is a really weird topic for us to pick today because I think we're in the exact same boat. The only thing I have tried to do outside of like, okay, so there's like actual like advertising, marketing, and then there's like stuff you do to sell your book that's not actual advertising. So like the stuff that's not actual advertising, like I put it in my newsletter. I've got a newsletter. I put it in there. I sell a couple copies that way. And then like, obviously, like I do stuff to get ARC readers so I can get some reviews and just like a couple of reviews, but whatever. Working on it, work in progress. But like other than that, the actual only advertising I have done is Amazon advertising, which I have done a few times. And so far, only one of them has actually turned a profit, and it's what I am doing right now. When I say turn a profit, I mean I have spent $3 and I have gotten $7, but that's okay. Little beginnings. I'm actually not losing money this time. And right now, what is working for me is that I have my, oh God, what is it called? The cost thing set real low.
Oh, your bids. Yeah.
My bids. So if you've never used Amazon ads, they give you like a suggested bid. If you're if you're doing a manual ad, which means that you say what you're targeting, like I am targeting demon romance and paranormal romance and like BBW paranormal romance, then you set your bids for it. And they will give you suggestions based on like what everybody else is doing. And depending on what your word is and how popular that search is, that bid will generally be anywhere between like 60 cents and like $1.50. I have mine set to 30 cents. And that way, and I'm only getting Kindle Unlimited reads, which is not surprising because my books that I have up don't have a lot of reviews. And I think people don't want to spend money on a book that hasn't gotten a bunch of reviews, but Kindle Unlimited people will just do. So of the ad that I just started, I've had 7 clicks and so like 7 people have actually opened the ad and that's what you pay for. And of them, 3 of them have read it. They've all read to the second book, which is great. That is a read-through rate of 100% for these people. People like me, if they can find me. So for that, with Kindle Unlimited, I'm making about $2.50 per read-through. I guess maybe like 3, but whatever. It's between $2 and $3 that I'm making from people reading these 2 books. And I'm paying between like 30 cents and 50 cents for them to click on it. So this is actually making me money. It's not a good long-term plan, but it's just something so that I feel like I'm getting some income in while I figure everything else out.
I mean, the problem is it's not getting you enough, right? And I have
Oh,
found that
yeah.
to get a decent amount of clicks on Amazon, you have to like raise that bid a little to get the impressions. And then like I had a disaster this year where like I had a decent like bid strategy. I was getting like tons of clicks for like a month and also spending a ridiculous amount of money. Like it was a water faucet turned on or
Yeah.
something like that. I think that's the danger with Amazon, right? Like that you could put a ton of money into it and then I was totally not thinking about this at the time, but I didn't have enough pages in my romance series that I was advertising
Oh, yeah.
profit from it. So even if I got click through, I would never have gotten to the like
Yes.
$2.50 mark. We should continue this, but it is already 5 o'clock because
Yeah.
our pig eating murder discussion.
I'm so sorry I do that. I don't mean to sidetrack us every time, but I get excited about things like pigs eating dead bodies.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we are going to write for the next half hour or go into another stream. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but it's who I am as a person. So it is 1 after the hour. So we will see you guys at just past half past the hour. Good luck, everybody.
now. She's asking, what are your thoughts about when to
on there.
All right, I muted you back when the ad thing came back.
Yeah, no, I couldn't find the pause button on it, so I just ended up closing it, and I will go back to it later.
Yeah, so okay, so hopefully you guys got work done. I think that Chloe and I are both listening to an ads thing. I think so before we go to that, so Chloe, you've used AMS ads. I have used one other tool that I think has been helpful, which are those like free Booksy type promotions. So this is where you basically like pay to have your book featured in like a newsletter that goes out to a bunch of people because they like books and they want free stuff. Mm-hmm. So like if you are running a book in Amazon Kindle Unlimited, right? So if you're doing like the KDP Select thing, then you can create a freebie promotion for a few days or whatever and set it up so that your book goes out into like a bunch of newsletters right then so that everybody knows like this book is free. And obviously you do like the first book in your series.
But you have to set that book up for free, right? Like it's not a Kindle Unlimited. It has to be a book that you're actually using one of your free days on.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So I was just making sure there was a little clarification.
I mean, you can, if you're wide, you can put your book for free in other places. But I think, for most people, I think we know are probably making most of their money with these kinds of things with the pages, not like, actual book sales. So that was really successful for me for a couple of weeks in that, like, it shot my book way up in the freebie rankings. And then for maybe like 6 weeks or something, I like had some, not a lot, but like a fairly little steady train of reads. But I only had 2 books in the series. So non-helpful in that sense. Oh my gosh. And look at all those.
And that's also a bit of a problem right now for us. And why I'm not hitting ads hard is because like this series that I'm pushing, because I've kind of given up on my other series, and it'll be what it is. But the series that I'm pushing, it's only got 2 books out. The 3rd book is the one that like I'm in edits on right now and is going to be out in September. So the 3rd book is coming soon. And like right now I'm just kind of hopefully getting some base for it. So I have a decent start to it. But yeah, a part of the problem with ads, you really need to have, you either need to have a book that is selling really well and is like, you have it set at a fairly high cost, but is still going to sell at that price, or you need a big backlist for those ads to really pay off. And we're not in either of those situations right now. Sandy is spread between 3 pen names. I only have 1 pen name, but I'm writing in like 3 subgenres that don't necessarily cross over.
Which I think that's something, like if I could go back and give myself any information. Okay, if I could go back, I'd change many things, but for sure, like, one of the biggest would be like pick a genre early on. Oh my God, the dog! Pick a genre early on that you think you can stay in. Like I think that helps you a lot. At least you can stay in like erotic romance, right? And I'm in like contemporary romance, chick lit, and then like erotic romance, paranormal, and then YA, and none of those cross over. There's just no. So you can't, like, your backlist doesn't help if people don't read the same.
Yeah, I was expecting more of a crossover in what I write. And I've been surprised that, like, literally nothing else has been touched since I started getting reads on the Candy for Demon series. Yeah, I have not. My Shifter series has not had, like, a single read in months. And I'm not advertising it, but I was kind of expecting a little bit of a boost to them, and I've gotten nothing in like all of the reads that I've gotten on my demon series.
Yeah, yeah, and that's so okay. So Bookish asked what genres I'm using for each of my pseudonyms. I think I answered that actually like right before the question was put up there. But so Chloe, what would you say your, because I think it's really interesting too that even like the subgenre matters, right? So like my angel books fall into steamy paranormal romance is probably the best way to put that, and then my Weslie Ashe stuff falls into chick lit contemporary. And then everything I do under my actual name is young adult, except I'm not very good at writing to young adult markets. But so Chloe, you're always erotic romance, but within that, your subgenres are.
So technically I'm always romance. There is a distinction between steamy and erotic. Steamy is where the plot would exist without the sex. An erotic romance, it means that the sex has to be in there. It doesn't, like in steamy, it's not gratuitous sex. Like I would have to alter things for it to work. Like I certainly try not to do anything gratuitous in it. But like Sandy, my stuff. If I took Magical Cave of Glowing Wonder and removed the sex, there would literally be no plot because that is what the story is built on.
But I gotta tell you, one of my friends recently told me I should take my angel stuff and convert it to YA by making the sex scenes like gym trainer scenes. So I think that is when you're steamy.
Although I will say, right? Sports romance is a big genre right now.
But there's a distinction for you, right? So like my sex scenes could be taken out basically, and yours cannot.
Okay, Natalia has read my Candy Free Demons. Yay! Oh. Thank you. Hazel is a Halloween Angel for Hazel is what is currently in final edits. But yeah, so the thing with what I write is everything that I have published is romance. It is steamy to erotic, and it has paranormal elements to it. But that ranges from fairy tale, erotic retellings of fairy tales, all the way to contemporary romance that has like weird sci-fi twist in it, but is taking place in the present modern day. And by that, I actually mean 1996, but that doesn't matter. I forgot there is that little twist. But it is basically contemporary. What was that?
I think clones. I think when you start doing clones, you fall into sci-fi-ish.
Yeah, but like it is absolutely like the modern world. This could be happening in our world. Yeah. And then I've got a shifter series, and this demon series. So they're all paranormal and romance and sexy, but they span everything. And like I don't regret writing them all under the one pen name, but I think that's why I don't get a whole lot of read-throughs to my backlist.
Yeah. This is actually interesting for me. My YA is the only place where I'm starting to get like a backlist that matters. And by matters, I mean a couple sales. But like there are a few people who've read my like book one of The Mortal Inheritance, and now they're like looking for the novellas. So like I found somebody the other day who reviewed it. It's a really nice review, which like normally I'm all like obsessed over like the bad reviews, but this one I memorized because she said nice things. And like but I'm sure that she found me from the first Mortal Inheritance book, which I did not expect. But so those books are connected. So, like they're the same universe. And even if it's a different series,
you should absolutely be having crossover with that. If I had another series that was featuring demons and angels, if I had another series that was in the same verse but with different characters, I would absolutely be getting a read-through rate with that. And it's just the fact that like demon readers are not necessarily shifter readers, and I kind of fell into that little thing of like, well, this is all stuff that I read, but like my reading habits are not the same reading habits as everybody else. And especially in a romance, a lot of romance readers really want to stick to a single category. They really get into that jam of like, I am all about vampires, or I am all about space aliens. I don't get that, but that's a big thing. I'm all about Omegaverse. Like there's all kinds of weird, not weird in a condescending way, but like there are all these little things in paranormal romance that like when you get really into it, like there's like paranormal romance is a huge umbrella.
Yeah. But so all that aside though, I think so we're both watching this like thing on the 20 books to 50K.
Remember we were supposed to be talking about marketing.
Right. Bring it back. But we are right. Like so marketing for us depends partially on having something to market. But I think at least for both of us, if we were to recommend something right now related to ads, it would be you should take a class, watch a YouTube video.
Okay, but here's the thing. So we are watching this video right now. It's just a live stream that we have paused in between our thing. It's just a live stream going on in 20 Books to 50K. If you're not a member of 20 Books to 50K, become a member. It's on Facebook. It's free. It's just a group. They are amazing though, for especially self-publishing. But they're talking about Amazon ads. This is a free little webinar that they're doing, but they do have a very expensive program course that you can take, and I probably will eventually one day. But there's also, so a lot of these do tie into courses, but another thing that Sandy and I are doing in a couple of weeks is Brian, oh God, what is his name?
Is it Cohen? I think it might be Cohen. Is it not? Did I make that up?
His 5-day Amazon ads challenge, and I'm going to try to fast track this in. He also has a group for this. So he also does have an extensive course that you pay for, but periodically he does this 5-day challenge where he just floods you with a whole bunch of information to see what everybody can do. And obviously, thank you for pulling that up. So obviously, a lot of this is a bit of a pitch to sign up for his actual courses. But the information that he is giving is completely free. And if you have no idea what you're doing with Amazon ads, like we have no idea what we are doing with Amazon ads, it's free information. And if it ends up encouraging us to take an expensive course, it will be worth it because we'll know the content going into it. So the 5-day challenge is the 3rd week of July, I believe. And he also has a Facebook group. I'm trying to find the name of the Facebook group.
This is totally the holy grail, though, isn't it? Like you can write all the books you want, and if you
can't know how to sell them.
What?
Yeah. You need to know how to sell them.
You have to know how to sell them. Yeah, it's something that you don't expect.
And I know that BC Brown mentioned that she does all of her sales on social media, and I wish she was still here to talk about that, but that's okay. I am terrible at social media, and I hope to one day get better at it. But as I've mentioned before, I do also have a full-time job. So like social media is real time consuming for me. So Amazon ads, the same with Facebook ads. If you know what you're doing, you just kind of let them run. So the group that I was talking about is called the 5-day Amazon Ad Profit Challenge. And yes, it is Brian Cohen who is the host of it. And he's got little webinars all over that group as well. So it's free information. There's tons of free information out there. I think there are so many other places that you can do your ads. And if they don't work on Amazon, like BC Brown had mentioned, they don't work for her. So she does social media, and that's great. But I think Amazon, if you are selling on Amazon, Amazon is absolutely the step one in your marketing adventure.
And we need to go on to our last.
We do. Yeah. Oh God, if I can find it. There we go. Okay. So our final is 10 minutes, not 19. I can't type today. So it is 46 after. So we will see you guys at 4 of the hour. Have a good little sprint, everybody.
Okay. Where's that banner? Hi, there we go. We're back.
We are.
We are back. Wow, seriously, you guys, like if you have not paid any attention to the 20 books to 50K stuff, that's really useful.
Did you just watch more of it?
Yeah. Like
I wasn't gonna fight to pull it back up for 10 minutes, but I will finish watching it later.
I think it's really, really good. It's the first time I've heard them talk about, I don't know, it was solid. It was solid information about comp authors as keywords and many things. Yeah. I learned many things.
Yeah, I like every single time I get even like the smallest tidbit on Amazon ads, I learn a little bit more. Like I literally never knew. I don't know how the button's right there, but I never knew that there was a search terms in the sidebar that will literally tell you like everything people have searched for that have led to clicks. But which obviously like helps you figure out in the future. I never knew how the automatic ones work, so I never did the automatic ones, and apparently we have to do the automatic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this like strategy of doing these like underbidding to see what happens. I've learned all of this stuff from watching these little videos, so I can't recommend them enough. Just like to get some ground under you for when you start doing this stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good learning group. So that is our show today. Our show. Hopefully we got a lot of stuff done. I worked for the first hour, and then the second hour I feel like I learned a lot. So that's
yeah. Really education is also, now I'm like trying to figure out if I could just like set these up as like a podcast to listen to in my car. Yeah. I think all of this is absolutely useful. So we did not waste our time today watching that. We needed it.
Yeah. We hope that if you were writing that it was helpful for you. So okay, so we'll be back next Monday, 4 to 6 p.m. talking about something. You can find links to my stuff in the.
We'll have like better information on stuff next week.
We might. Yeah. I'm totally going to try some of this and see what happens. I mean, might as well. So you can find links to our stuff down below. I don't know. I'm not personally looking for ARC readers right now. Chloe, are you? Do you have a particular ARC that you're?
No, I figured I'd run it through you first before I bounced it off to anybody else. Sandra gets first dibs.
So excited. Yeah. Okay. All right. So soon then.
Soon I will be looking for ARC readers. Yes.
I guess that's it until Monday. So
yeah.
So thanks everybody for joining us. It's so much more fun when there are people with us, and we appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Please come back and see us again. Bye, everybody.
Come back and see us again. Bye.